Welcome to The Daily Fight. I'm Robin Lynn, and I've got a confession to make. I'm a tough love transformation coach, author of The Machete Mentality, founder of The Edit, and I'm on a mission to help 500 people before I turn 50. This podcast is about the daily fight, to becoming yourself, transforming into yourself, returning to yourself. It's digging into who you are, who you aren't, who you want to be, who you had to be, the choices you made, the before and after. It's a resistance inside of yourself. It's the things that nobody wants to talk about. The biggest battles aren't happening around us. They're happening inside of us. And it takes interrogation, interviewing, dismantling, disruption. And I'm not saying that life is hard or life should be a struggle or that you should suffer, but you will. And it is until it isn't. And nobody else out there is reminding you to stay in the fight. They want it to be easy. I talk about the hard. I'm honest about it. Lately, I've been absent. I haven't been holding myself to the standards that I've asked of my people in the past. Now, I haven't been doing anything wrong, but I haven't been doing all of the things at the level that I know that I can be either. The fight you have every single day with yourself, the resistance inside, that struggle to meet your standards, your expectations, to deny the doubts that you have inside, that war you have with those inner demons. Transformation is hard. Returning to yourself is hard. Ridding yourself of the fear and the guilt and the shame and the obligations and exiting the merry-go-round that you're on, the yo-yo cycle, shouldville, the daily fight of mediocrity and average and settling. That's a fight. People want it to be easy. And life can be easy, but it's a fight first. And I believe that firmly. And in the past 2 years, I have been struggling with trying to find my voice and articulate what it is, who I am, what I want to say, what I stand for, my standards, my principles, my fight, knowing that I'm here to wake people up, that I'm here to transform lives, that I'm here to make sure that you do the thing that God has put inside of you, that you don't stay stagnant in it, that you don't stay paralyzed, that you give yourself credit, that you don't settle, that you see it through, that you don't quit on yourself, that you stay relentless, and that you know the truth about it, that it's a fight, that you must be relentless for it, that people along the way are going to question you, judge you, leave you, quit on you, reject you, abandon you, dismiss you, all of the things. But there's also going to be people that support you. Then there's going to be people that support you with strings attached, and you're going to have to cut those cords. Then there's going to be people that support you with no strings attached, and you're going to rely on those things, and then you're going to have to cut the cord in order to force yourself to rescue yourself, to be your own hero, to stop relying on your support systems that are keeping you small. And that's kind of where I've been for the past 2 years. Spent my life being the rebel and the lone wolf and the independent one and the fierce one and the black sheep. And I've been a curse breaker, and I am a curse breaker, and I've done so much more than my parents and my family. And I've done a lot to catapult my kids further than I got to go. And I was the first in my family to do a lot of things. Have my own business for almost 11 years now. How cool is that? To ride the waves of self-employment, entrepreneurship, to achieve my childhood dreams and to see them through, achieving all of that and getting confused with who you are and what you really want and is it enough and when is it enough, and defining those definitions. That's a daily fight. Understanding and knowing all your different identities and the versions of yourself. That's a daily fight. Giving yourself grace and still being a badass and a fighter and a warrior. That's a daily fight. Learning to rest and relax and pace yourself instead of always pushing yourself. That is a daily fight until it's not. Until you get into a new rhythm, a new level of intensity, new standards, new principles, new beliefs, new values. Because I believe those change. It doesn't mean that you don't come back around. But it's a daily fight when you're transforming, when you're on a mission, when you're obeying the obsession inside, which I believe is an assignment put on your life by God because of the life story that you went through, because of the adversities you went through. And a lot of time we stand on the edge of that. And that's kind of where I've been for the past 2 years. And I've lost myself in that. And I confess that I have relied on my support system of my husband supporting me the past 2 years. And I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm ashamed to admit that wanting to be rescued and then receiving that and being bitter and mad and angry and having the rage inside as a woman who knows she's independent and fierce and resourceful and creative and able and capable because she's done it in the past. She's achieved multi-six figures. She's made multiple 5-figure launches and deals. She's secured book deals, right? She's done amazing things. She's run a 6-figure gym. She's achieved everything she set out to achieve. And she's quit and she's burned it down and she started over and she hasn't been ashamed of those things, but has she? And so I share these things with you to let you know that we have to question ourselves constantly. I would like to say that we don't, but we do. Because is this what you want? Is who you are representing who you truly are, who you want to be? Or is it somebody else's mess and noise and chaos and drama or their problem? Is it theirs to hold? The sentences that come out of their mouth, do you hold it and keep it? Are your support systems anchoring you to a life that is never going to allow you to advance to your next level? Do you need to force yourself into another do or die decision so that it forces you into who you know you can be? That is a daily fight. And I've put this podcast off because I didn't want to believe that it was a daily fight. I wanted to listen to some of my other coaches and mentors and some of the other things, but these are some of my principles that I live by. I'm going to own it. I want to be Tampa Bay's top tough love transformation coach. I want to transform lives. I want to wake people up. I want you to see the dream through. I want you to stop doing the things that you don't want to do anymore. I want you to feel the full freedom on the inside, because the one thing that I do have right is that I can quit the things that I don't want to do. I can stop the sin. I can relieve the shame of who I used to be and who I don't want to be anymore. Whether it's as simple as quitting soda and sugar, to sex and porn and affairs and cheating and lying to myself and to others. That I stop cheating on myself and negotiating with myself, that I speak my mind, I say what I want, that I walk into the Thanksgiving dinner and 15 minutes later I walk right out because it's not where I want to be or should be, because I don't allow the triggers or the traumas of my past life to affect this life, because I express myself wherever I go, everywhere I go, and when I walk into rooms, I own them no matter what, because I am convicted in who I am and where I'm going, and I stand by that and I own it. And I'm not afraid to burn things over and start over again and look silly and stupid in public. I will show up ugly. I'll be cringe. I'll be judged. I'll be misjudged. I'll be rejected and abandoned again and again and again if it transforms another life, if it helps you through your daily fight so you are relieved of your resistance inside, that you have that self-trust again, where you're on the edge of that life that you're done with, that you've outgrown, that is outdated, that doesn't belong to you anymore, and you just haven't confessed it yet. That you don't want the support anymore, the loyalty anymore, the relationship, the role, the responsibility, the guilt, the shame, the embarrassment. You don't want to accept it anymore. And you're ready to eject into the new life. You're ready to find your own structure, your own standards, your own success, your way, from your story, because the answer is in your story. You're not going to find it in somebody else's blueprint or system. And the only way to really do that is to interrogate yourself, to face yourself. That's how you free yourself. And most people don't want to do that because it sucks. It hurts. It's embarrassing. It's just stripping down. But once you do it, you're free. And then it gets easier the next time you do it in a different area of your life. You're free. That the weight comes off without dieting. You can eat whatever you want. You start taking care of your body in a different way. You challenge yourself in different ways. You wake up with the energy to actually pour yourself into the things that you want to do. And it's hard to explain that and package it up in some pretty like motivational Instagram coachy fluffy marketing brochure. Like I help you make money, or I help you create content, or I help you build a business, or I help you create a life you don't need a break from. Yes, 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 yes. That's not really it. I help you through the edge of yourself, through that bridge, that gap, that void where you keep filling it with all of the things that you aren't. That's the daily fight. The resistance, the transformation, the pain of the path. You can endure it if it's yours. You will stick with it. It will not go away. The obsession inside isn't going to go away. The daily fight will remain there, but you will be able to take it and handle it. But you're going to have to get ruthless. You're going to have to get cutthroat. You're going to have to be savage for yourself. You're going to have to be selfish. I knew what I wanted to build. I knew what I wanted to say. I knew what I believe in. I know that this is a daily fight. I know that this is hard. I don't believe in the fluffy and the soft and it is not easy. Even if you listen all the way back to Neville Goddard, he's telling you that it's hard. He's telling you that it's not easy. Go back and listen. He is not fluffy. He is not soft. You do not get to sit back and relax. You must fight for it. You must protect yourself. And I kept negotiating with him, listening to what other people wanted me to do. They saw something different for me, and I wanted to believe that it was true, but it's just not who I am. I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I'm not a survivor anymore. I've survived. I'm okay. Life is good, but it is not at the level that I know that it can be and will be. And it is up to me now to cross that next line for my family. My husband has gotten us to the point that he can get us to, and he has done a phenomenal job. I got me and my kids to a certain point, and I did a phenomenal job there. My husband took over. He took the baton. It's like a relay race, but it's time to hand the baton back to me. Where are you and your family? Where it is time? In fact, hold on. We even so much went to get the baton. Where in your life do you need to pass the baton? Do you need to take the weight off of one area and pass it to another, or your husband to your wife, or wife to husband, or the kids? Where do you need to step up to the plate? Only you know, and you already know. You already know. And speaking of you already know, incoming stitch here for my workshop on July 29th. I'm working on the title still. It could be You Already Know. It could be the Savage Story Workshop, but there is going to be a workshop. It is totally free. It is 90 minutes. July 29th. It is a Wednesday night, and I'm going to help you with your story to help you identify, okay, the thing that you're negotiating with, the thing that you keep delaying, the thing that you are done with, the thing that you really want to be doing to exit this life, create the next chapter, stop the little merry-go-round, right? So get on my wait list. There's a link below, or you can just DM me when you hear this. I hired a team to help me with this because I'm tired of playing small. I have passed the baton to, which is hard because it's giving up control. And that's the other thing. A lot of us don't want to give up the control. I got to take this back from my husband. And in order to do that, I have to stop receiving support. It's hard to admit that you stopped fighting. It's hard to admit that you are fighting. It's hard to admit those things. It's hard to admit that you're negotiating with yourself. It's hard to admit that you're cheating on yourself. It's hard to admit that you're betraying yourself. But once you do, it opens up liberation and pathways, and it clears the runway for you to get answers. The daily fight isn't about making life hard and a struggle, but it's about what you keep delaying. It's about what you want. It's about your desires. It's about that obsession inside, and it's about releasing that resistance and cutting the interference. But that's a fight. It's like going to the gym, and you got to put in the reps. And until you've got enough reps in, right? Then it gets easy. So I got five questions for you, okay? What decision have you already made, but you are still pretending it's up for debate? What conversation do you keep taking into the next week? What part of your life needs attention, but it's bad timing? Like there's a part of your life that wants attention, but you're like, it's bad timing. There's always timing. There's always a scheduling conflict. Something always comes up to say, nope, not today, right? What part of your life? Okay, 2 more questions. What are you protecting by staying who you are and what you are? Who and what you are? This one's a tough one because we're going to bring God and Jesus into the mix. If God stopped giving you signs today, what would he expect you to do with the last one? We're going to start making some decisions about what to do now, what to do next. This isn't about more information or understanding yourself. It's not therapy. It's not healing. This is taking who you already are, your story, and confessing the before and after, the line, the reckoning, the aftermath, confessing where you're at, where you want to be, where you don't want to be anymore, confessing who you are, who you aren't, who you think you are, who you need to be, who you want to be, all of those things. Interrogating yourself. It's not about fixing your life. There's nothing wrong with you. We're misplacing energy. We're out of alignment, and we're not digging deep enough. Our puzzle pieces are all over the place, and you are covered in mud and muck that doesn't belong to you, that belongs to an old version of you, that belongs to a version of yourself that you keep beating up, that you keep punishing, that you keep trying to pull up and do a job that she is not qualified for, a version of yourself you're not giving credit to, a version of yourself that needs to step up to the plate. And we need to get all those versions on the same team so that this daily fight is a team working for one purpose, one mission, one ministry, one message, the obsession inside. And we can only find that if you decide to become savage for yourself and start fighting for yourself instead of against yourself. I'm going to say that one more time. Fighting for yourself instead of against yourself. That is the daily fight. So if whatever we do today, answer one of those questions, answer all of those questions, be truthful with yourself, be honest with yourself. It is no mercy Monday. Be unapologetic about something today. Answer the questions. What daily fight are you in with yourself? What are you negotiating with? And if this episode spoke to you, challenged you, please like it, share it, comment below. I respond to them. Tag me on it on your story. And if you're ready to do the work with me, join the waitlist so you can get all of the information when it does come out. But until next time, keep fighting for the life that's fighting for you. Peace out.